Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Since we're having live stream through YouTube, I can't hear you still, so just do comment on live chat. While waiting for others, I'm just opening any files to check whether you are here or not. So wait a moment. Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Over here, I'm using two laptops right now to check how many students joined the meeting. There is 17 watching now, 17 included me, and then there are only 18 students who are watching right now, who are joining the class through this live stream. Since I do not use my WhatsApp anymore in this laptop, I'm just afraid that the noise of that WhatsApp will bother you. So please, I need your help to inform your friends who haven't read my chat to soon join us now in this link. 19 watching right now. We are two classes, right? Two classes means that there are about 50, right? There are about 50 students who joined this. Okay. Let me check here. And sorry. One time check from 3D. We're still waiting, okay? For those who have already been in this meeting and this streaming, we are still waiting for others to join. I understand why some students coming late today, maybe because they have to do the prayer first, a short prayer, so we'll be waiting for them, okay? We'll be waiting for others. Not even half of students come, so we should wait. I think it is too late for me. I'm gonna make my face smaller. Okay, here we go. Oh, what do you think about my voice? Can you hear my voice clearly? Because I actually do not use my computer's microphone since I have trouble with my computer, with my laptop. Even two of my laptops doesn't work. I mean, the microphone doesn't work. So just trying to have this headset to connect, and so you can hear my voice clearly. Let me check the comment. Yes, ma'am, we can hear your voice clearly. Alhamdulillah. One of the reasons why I reschedule our meeting today is because of my trouble. So I got trouble with my microphone, with my computers. So I have to find out other way so that you can hear my voice. Fortunately, I got one application for using my smartphone microphone. The name is Arian. You may see over here. So I use this one, Arian webcam. So it really helps actually. I was helpless before starting this meeting. I'm just afraid that I should buy a new laptop instead of having this one fixed. Because if I have to go to fix this computer, this laptop, it costs a lot. But thanks to Arian, the application for my webcam and also my microphone and my webcam do not work today. I don't know why. But thank God you still can hear me clearly through this application. Okay, right now there are 24 students watching. So it means that not even a half, right? So half of us should be 25 students. Okay, please help me. The chairman, Tengku Hamida, I don't know. It would be better, I think, if you comment on the live chat. Let me know your class, okay? Let me know your class too. For example, Nanda Inaya Agustiara. What class are you, Nanda? Dia Mardatila. Love Poison. Who is Love Poison? I hope you can use your real name so that I can check whether you come to my class or not. Because I think in my list, in the attendance, there is no name for Love Poison. Love Poison, Racun Cinta. Yeah, Racun Cinta, Love Poison. So for those who haven't written the real name, I hope you can change your name in your Google account or in your email, I guess. Email name at your account and rename yourself, okay? Do not use a fake name like Poison, like Love, because your name is not Love and your name is not Poison. 20, 29. Okay, 29 students watching right now. We're still waiting. So for class members, please inform your friends who haven't read my chat. Because just now I just checked my WhatsApp. Not all of students read my chat. So Tiara, please inform your friends that we are now live on YouTube. We're having streaming for today's class. Help me, you can inform your friends. And then we will continue this meeting. Oh, just now there are 30 accounts or 30 people watching, but right now there are 28. The two of the students are out of this meeting. I'm still waiting for others. Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for the comment. Fiona from 3D. Fiona, help me inform your friends, okay? Unita, Elfina. Okay, good. Oh, it's getting less and less. Okay, we'll be waiting for about 5 more minutes. If after 5 more minutes nobody comes out, we'll start. Okay, we'll start. 25 students watching. 25 students. Okay. While waiting for others sitting, I need to check the points I'm going to tell you today. I plan for having some comments through your previous assignments for today. So because of that, but I didn't have many slides for today to explain. As I said, we're about 9, I guess, 9 slides. So yes, 9 slides, I guess. Yes, 9. So I'll erase the rest of this. Yes, 9 slides only. Okay. Sensia Miranda Pasari Dek Nurul Hikmayani. Okay. I don't know what it is. Ini semakin berkurang malah. Tinggal 20 orang. Tadi sudah hampir 30. Sekarang tinggal 20 orang. No, not here. Okay. I'm here. And what about the chairman? Ketua kelas di ini kelas 3B sudah masuk belum? Okay. Ini yang sudah pada absen, jangan ini keluar lagi setelah absen. Jadi setelah absen, stay. We will wait for your friends to join. Ini semakin berkurang nih. 32, 33. Jadi bagi yang sudah masuk ke meeting ini, jangan keluar dulu. Ini kita belum mulai. We're still waiting for your friends, okay? We're still waiting for your friends. Ya. Ini malah ada yang salah masuk, si Raihan ini. Raihan dari kelas 3D. Malah join yang nggak live. Ini video yang Mem upload kemarin tentang reading and presenting charts. So that's actually our previous meeting, okay? That's our previous meeting. If I'm not mistaken, that's the 4th or the 5th meeting. So that's not for today, Raihan. So today's link, I had already sent the link for today's meeting in WhatsApp group. So please check it. Ini ada yang salah join lagi. Yang live ya? Oke. Oke, thank you Raihan. Saya sudah join live. Nah, oke. Okay, thank you for those who have been in here. Okay, it has been more than 50% of the students join the meeting, so it means we can start. We can start today's meeting. Alhamdulillah, finally, finally it reaches 50% of the student number. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Saya ulangi lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome for those newcomers yang baru saja join dalam pertemuan. Thank you for joining me. 45 students joined today. Actually, for today's assignment, I had already posted that in our Google Classroom, right? In our Google Classroom. So actually, you just need to check that because I had already did the posting 2 days before, I think 2 days before for today's assignment. That's about that is still about reading and presenting charts, but include tables actually. If you read again the syllabus I gave you in the previous meeting, in the very first meeting, today is supposed to be reading the table, reading tables, right? Reading tables, charts, and graphs. Actually, we had already talked about those three in the previous video. So I think I don't need to repeat the same thing again in this meeting. So I'll use today's lecture only for letting you know my evaluation through your previous assignment. I had already checked one class, actually one class. I made a performance for the class. But before that thing, I need to read here my OBS. I'm sorry, I'm not really a professional YouTuber using this OBS. Ini wajah saya sudah mulai bolong-bolong ini karena filternya ini. Sebentar. Okay, wait. Okay, that's good. Okay, it's getting better. Okay. Okay, we'll go back to the things or the points I mentioned before. So this is it. Okay. In the practice assignment that's about interview, you interview one person or more than one people for your speaking assignment, interviewing others about how they learn English, what their strategies in learning English, and how could they reach their level in English. I had already listened all students in one class, but I still have another homework for one more class. I guess that's class D. So I haven't heard all of you. I haven't listened to your YouTube all, but I think one class is enough for having evaluation, so that in this next assignment you'll do better for your speaking assignment. So you may see over here to do. So it's my slide. I use to do words. To do here means not the things that you have to do in this class, but the things that I need to do to give you today. So that's gonna be about my points or my explanations for you today, for both of the classes, class B and also class D. So in this meeting through this live stream, I'm gonna talk about these three. Okay, saya akan coba bahas ketiga-tiganya. Ini hasil dari evaluasi sebetulnya. So these 3 points are actually the points of my evaluation to your previous assignment, which is interview assignment. In your previous performance, these three points to be very important to be noticed by me, and I think I need to inform you in details, not really in detail actually. I mean, I need to tell you the basic things or the components that needed to have a good speaking later on. To be honest, I'm not a good speaker too, okay? I'm still learning because English is not my first language, and I guess English is not your first language too, so we are together learning this language. But in every step, in every process, and also in every assignment, I hope, and I also hope that you have a hope for your speaking class. So from the first assignment, and then the second assignment, the third assignment, and so forth, you will have a good development. I mean, a good increase, I mean, in ability to speak. So you'll have a high progress in your speaking, I hope. So maybe little things that I need to tell you today will help you to speak better in the next assignment or the next performance in your speaking. The point number one is monotonous speaking. So I also noticed this point in your performance. I had already listened to your YouTube, and for those channels, I mean, for if you have channels to submit your speaking assignment before, and you open the comment column in your YouTube, I had already posted a comment. I think only one comment, whether that's a good job or not, or you need to do revision for your speaking, or you need to fix some points or some stuff in your speaking. But unfortunately, even you had already you had already closed your comment. Some of you closed the comments, but you had already set your video to be unlisted or unlisted. So I think in the next assignment, you don't have to, if it's unlisted, you don't have to close the comments, so I can give direct input to your performance. If you feel that you will get shame for the comments, just log the video, and then do not let anyone else know the link. Just let me know, so the people will see your video, only you and I, okay, you and I. But do not close the comment, because I need to give comment on that performance, I think, okay, if you don't mind. But if you mind, I will not do that, okay. That's the first thing. I will talk about this in detail after the next slide. And the second thing that I have to stress, or I need to emphasize, is the paid speaking. If you do speaking in online, that's very easy for us actually to manipulate our speaking, right? To manipulate our speaking, because you do it offline. You do it offline. You record yourself, and then you can edit the video, and you also have a possibility to read something through your screen, or you have a notes with you, but you do not let the camera to record that, to show that. So I think this is also an important thing for me in this class. Since the class is about speaking class, I don't want a student accomplish the assignment only by reading a text, okay, by reading their writing, by reading their screen. So you have a script for your speaking, and then you read it, which is, I think that's not good. So that's not an honest speaking. So this kind of hard for me to give you a real score, because I know from your expression, I know from your face whether you have a real speaking or not, whether you read something or not, or you have your notes with you. So that's very important in my evaluation, or the way I give you score for your assignment. And the last point is about speaking confidence. I don't know in the previous speaking class whether you have a theories about how to do this speaking better or not, and what are the assessment points or the confidence that I will assess to your speaking. Uh, as long as I don't know that record, I think I just need to let you know the points I use. Actually, I have already taught you this before in the previous meetings, I guess, through Zoom. When we meet in Zoom, I guess that's in the very first meeting. I guess first or second meeting. So I already taught you the points or the components that I use for assisting you. Well, those are the 3 points I'm going to talk today. Let's go to number 1. This is actually number 1. This is number 1. Okay, I'm sorry. This one. So I do not have any detailed notes for this monotone speaking. I guess you know what monotone means. Monotone, it means that when you give your performance and then you submit your video to me, the way you talk about the ideas in your speaking, the way you deliver your ideas in that video, sometimes I just think that that's kind of monotone. How could it be? Monotone here means that you just like us delivering the ideas in a flat way. Do you understand a flat way? Sometimes you do not move your body, okay? Sometimes, so it doesn't look natural, okay? It doesn't look natural. I mean, not neutral, natural. That's not natural for me. So I hope in the next performance of your speaking, you can do it in a natural way. So you speak, you deliver the ideas. Can you have notes? Of course, you may have notes for your speaking. So you may write something on papers, or you may type it on your computer, but do not read. Start from the very beginning until the end. I also found one of students' work, one of students' assignment. She is very fluent in that speaking. If I have to give score, maybe 100. Okay, maybe 100. That's so perfect. But there is something that is unpleasant. There's one unpleasant thing I found. After listening carefully and then look the video, the way that person talked to the camera, I found that she was actually reading the screen. So like what I'm doing right now, I use my webcam, and in my screen maybe there is but I don't have it. Okay, in on my screen there is a text, and then I read it so fluent. Okay, I read it so fluently. So for this class, please do not do that. Okay, because I know I can figure it out. Okay, here. So the idea, I mean, the main point is that please be honest with your speaking. Okay, please be honest with your speaking. So that's the point. And fake speaking, I had already talked about that letter. That's actually also the things that I mentioned before. Fake doesn't mean fake means you do not do it honestly. You were not speaking, but you were reading something. Okay, if you read that and then as if you are speaking that, still that's not speaking. That's reading aloud. Okay, we call it as reading aloud. Okay, reading aloud, not speaking. So please avoid that one in the next assignment. Okay, we'll come to the last point for today, that is about speaking confidence. I will I'll explain a little bit about the knowledge of speaking. But these are only the most common theories in our department. So if you try to find your seniors or your lecturers tasks or articles about speaking, most of them use Brown, okay, Brown books, and also Celsius, yeah. I don't know whether I pronounced that right or not. Then it says Celsius, yeah. And also David Noonan. What else? Jerry Charles. Okay, Jack Siri Charles. And one more is, I guess, who's that? Hughes, right? David Hughes, Celsius Murphy and McIntosh, and also Brownish. Brown 2003, page 142. If you have the book, you may refer to that book. In that book, it says that there are two skills in speaking. The first one is micro skill, and the second one is macro skill. Okay, the way you pronounce these two are almost similar. Micro itu micro skills, and the second one is macro skills. Okay, let's start with micro skill. I do not remember every single word for micro skills. What are the details of that micro skills that Brown said? So I'll just show you here. So you may read yourself. I'm sorry. You may read yourself. You may read by yourself. Sorry. Micro skills. So these are some of the examples of micro skills that Brown mentioned in his book. Okay, here. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, yes, 11. So start from A. This is not a book. This writing is. The writing I show you right now is not from, not the book of Brown, but this is my article. So it is a part of my thesis in previous years. I also quote Brown. Here, the micro skills of speaking. You see here, produce differences among English phonemes and allophonic variants. The second one is produce sounds of language of different lengths, produce English stress patterns, words in stress and unstressed position, rhythmic structure and information contours. Reduce forms of words and phrases, and point E is use an adequate number of lexical units of words to accomplish pragmatic purposes, and point F is produce fluent speech at different rates of delivery. Point G, monitor one's own oral production and use various subject devices, pauses, fillers, self-correction, break tracking to enhance the clarity of the message. And H, use grammatical word classes, nouns, verb and etc., system, tense, agreements, and pluralization. Word order, patterns, rules, and elliptical forms. Produce speech in natural constituents, in appropriate phrases, pause groups, break groups, and sentence constituents. Express a particular meaning in different grammatical forms. Use stochastic devices in spoken discourse. If you analyze this point one by one, and then you practice those points in your speaking, I'm pretty sure that you will be able to improve your speaking. Okay, And maybe not only you, but also me, myself. Look at point G over here. Monitor one's own oral production and use of various stretching devices, pauses, fillers. So do you understand fillers? Fillers are just like you stop and then we call those pauses as fillers. Okay, you stop for a while and then you just like think about something and then you do like this. Those are fillers. Okay, those are fillers. So we name those things as fillers. Self-correction. Self-correction. If we practice speaking, actually, we also make an input for ourselves, because by the time we speak, we also hear it, right? We listen to ourselves. And if you had a knowledge of vocabularies, you had a knowledge of pronunciation before, you will hear that and then you will do your self-correction. Oh, I did a mistake for that. And what about if you had already done the mistake in your speaking? That's okay. Correct yourself. I did correct myself several times, right? In this meeting, sometimes I mispronounce something, and sometimes I misuse the words which is suitable for my context of speaking. I do my own corrections, so I also hope that my students can do the same. So by the time you have a mistake in your speaking, correct that, okay? Do not let the mistake becomes mistake, so it stays with a mistake. So you have to do your own corrections for your speaking. And look at here, we also have macro skills in speaking. Macro skills in speaking. This is my writing, actually. I'm sorry. My video camera is not really good. Sometimes it goes down and up. So I have to fix it before starting my speaking. Okay, look at here, macro skills. Brown's clarify or listed some of the macro skills for speaking. So it starts with A, B, C, D, E. So there are 5 macro skills Brown 2003 mentioned. Number 1 is appropriately accomplish communicative functions according to situations, participants, and goals. So you have to be able, so as a speaker, you've got to be able to see the situation of your speaking. If you think that the situation is not conducive anymore, and then you think that your audience feel bored when you're speaking, maybe you can do a little bit creation and innovation to your speaking. Maybe you have to up your voice or to down your voice. So it depends on the situation you are facing in speaking, and also the participant, who the participants are. And for our class, speaking for academic settings, the participants are really clear. Of course, the participant will be the academic people like me. Okay, I am your lecturer, and then you perform your speaking to me in a formal context. So the choice of words and also the way you greet me, and then the way you introduce or open your speaking, that should be in a formal way. So do not say like this, okay? I still found my student in my speaking for academic class say like this: hi guys, okay? Hi guys. Hi guys. Can we use hey guys in a formal meeting, like when you face or sit for an examination, and then you grade your lecturers, and you grade the dean, you grade the rectors, you grade people in charge in the examination as guys. Of course, this is not suitable, I think. Okay, this is not suitable. So you have to be clever, you have to be smart who the participants of your speaking are. Okay, if they are academic people and you are speaking in an academic setting, you speak about something formal, so please use your greeting. The greeting should be formal too, so do not use hi guys to your lecturers. Do not say hi guys when you use it for exam. Do not say hi guys to rectors. Hi guys for your deans. Okay, so remember that. Do not do the same mistake again in the next assignment. Goals. You should be clear too with the goals. I think you have no problem with goals because the assignment is really focused. So there's a focus and limitations of our assignment, and your goals are good. So I have no problem with the goals. And the second point of the micro skills mentioned by Brown is use appropriate styles, registers, implicator, redundancies, pragmatic conventions, and convention rules. Floor keeping, yielding, interrupting, and other social linguistic features in face-to-face conversation. But as your previous assignment is not face-to-face, face-to-face conversation, so you do not talk to me directly. So maybe here in the next, this for the next chance or the next opportunity for your speaking later on. And point the other here, convey links and connection between events and communicate with such a relation as focal and peripheral ideas, events and feelings, and new information and given information, generalization and exemplification. Convey facial features, facial features, the way you do your mimics, the way you do your body language, the way you smile. So when you greet people, for example, you greet your lecturers for your assignment, but your face doesn't really represent the real feelings in that language. So you have to suit the language with the expression. So for example, if you say great, okay, oh, that's great. So besides intonation you have for that great, okay, great means something big, right? Something more than normal. So if you are good, great should be above the good, right? So great. So it means something more than good. And then the way you say that word, you should also follow it with the intonation. Great. Oh yeah, sounds great. Jadi bahasanya itu juga disesuaikan. And also the mimics of your face, the facial features, your expressions, okay? It should follow and should be suitable with the words you are saying. Body language, other non-verbal cues along with verbal language, developing use of various speaking strategies, such as emphasizing keywords and phrases. Okay. I think that's all. What my intention actually for showing you these two theories, the micro scale and macro scale, is to let you know that actually as a university student, your focus is not more on micro scale, but you as university student, you are at macro scale, okay? Because you have to practice a lot. When you sit in university, you have to practice the language, you have to write, you have to summarize, you have to present your course, your assignments, whatever the assignment is. In most courses, your lecturers will ask you to present something, right? So presentation, the way you present something, that's not in micro scale, but that's in macro scale. Okay, let's continue. If you have questions, just do the comments, okay, and the live chat, just do the comment there. If you have something to ask me, okay. Let me see whether you have questions or not for that. Here. Start streaming 100 seconds. Wait, 4. Oh, there is no questions. I see in live comment. There's no comment here. I'm sorry if I do not look at you. I mean, I do not look at my webcam because I have to read this. So I have to love this. So I have to be like this because I have two different laptops over here to control. So sometimes I look on the webcam, sometimes I'll look to the right. So I have to see to the left and to the right. But if you do your assignment later on, just be focused with the video in your camera, okay? So your audience is only me, right? Your audience is only me. I am your audience. I mean, for the previous assignment. So talk to me. Do not talk to your computer. Do not talk to your notes. Do not talk to your friends. Okay. Do not talk to your smartphone, and you read the text. I mean, you read every single letter in your screen. So do not do that again. Well, good. I see a question here from Raihan Ramadan Abidin. I have a question, ma'am. Is there a time limit for us in making videos assignment? Yes, of course. I did set the time for that assignment. Just look on Google Classroom, okay? Check on Google Classroom. I set the time already. But after seeing the syllabus, actually, the time for having that kind of assignment should take for about two weeks. 2 weeks, so you still have time. If I miss set, kalau saya salah men-setting time-nya, I mean the deadline, just let me know. Maybe I did something wrong with the time limit, or I mean the deadline, the due time for your assignment. Just let me know, okay? I can check it again. I'll do recheck. Okay, thank you, Raihan, for a good questions. But mostly the limit, this is not about a question anymore actually. For every assignment, I have a limitation for your performance, for your delivery, for your speech. I mean, you have only 3 minutes, okay? Maximum is only 3 minutes, so I do not have time to listen to 7 minutes times 100 students in one meeting. So 3 minutes, I think, is enough for having a summary or having time to summarize your work. Okay. But it depends actually on the assignment. But for the assignment we have right now, the limit time is like usual. Okay. 3 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes speaking, 3 minutes speaking. Maybe we'll have different time limit for, I mean, the duration for your speech in different assignment. Okay, I'll let you know later if we have that kind of difference. Is there any more questions from you? It is so hot over here, so I have no more room. That's why I have to sweat like this. Okay, we'll continue to the next. Okay. The next point is about my assessment. Actually, I have already mentioned you this. Okay, I have already informed you this in our first meeting. That I will assess you from these 5 points. No, what I mean is not a deadline, but a video mail. For instance, you order us to make 3-minute videos. Is that wrong if we make longer? No, there is nothing wrong, actually, Raihan. Thank you for the reply. There's nothing wrong, but I'll just do the limit for that on 3. If you think that you need more time for that, okay, just do that, okay? Just do that. But you should be able to speak about minutes, okay? Do not speak under the 3. So does your video assignment make how to use formal language? Yuli Dwi Jayanti is asking about whether we have to use formal language in every assignment or not. Yes, of course, we have to use formal language. We use formal language usually. The reason is because the course is about academic, okay? So you will have a chance to practice your speaking in academic setting. The academic setting is just like the activities I mentioned before in our first meeting. Like when you speak for your tasks, okay? You speak for your report, you speak for many other activities in academic setting. When you speak in academic setting, of course, you got to follow the rules of formal language, okay? Formal language use in your speaking, because academic words or academic writing, academic speaking, they are all formal. So, for example, if you speak in your writing, if you write something, okay, in your tasks, for example, this is not a quote, and then you do abbreviation like I'm gonna do, okay, or I don't understand what I aimed, like that, okay? People understand, but the context is not suitable because you are writing for academic writing, right? So the audience is different. Your audience, the audience of your writing will be academic people, okay? And you write that for your undergraduate degree. But it doesn't mean that you should not have. You will have no chance for having that kind of non-formal, okay, non-formal language. Maybe you may have a non-formal language in your speaking or in your writing, but again, that's not your speaking. But maybe if you research or you study about non-formal language, or you research about what's the example, linguistics, okay, second language acquisition or psycholinguistics, maybe perhaps, okay, you learn about linguistics and the way, for example, children develop the language, children acquire the language. You may have the examples written in non-formal, okay, jadi nggak formal dia, non-formal language, but again, the way you narrate or the way you describe, okay, the way you describe those examples, if you quote example from your study, for example, still you have to use formal language, okay, the way you analyze the example, the way you analyze those informal language, for example. Okay, so intinya tetap formal language, walaupun misalnya nanti speakingnya itu ada misalnya contoh-contoh kalimat, misalnya kalian membahas contoh-contoh slang dalam bahasa Inggris atau contoh-contoh singkatan dalam bahasa Inggris, lalu itu hanya materi yang akan dibicarakan, ya. Jadi, so if the materials is about non-formal language, then you may have the non-formal language. But again, if you want to present those non-formal examples, you still need to use formal language. That's my answer, Yuli. Okay, let me read another comment here. Rayhan Ramadan. All right, man. Thank you. You're welcome, Rayhan. You're welcome. So that's my answer, Yuli. Okay, while waiting for others to comment, I will continue my slides. So these are the points I'm going to assess to your assignment, and I hope you also understand these 5 points in your speaking. So when you speak, think about your grammar. You should not think about the grammar, because we practice the language, we use grammar, right? We use grammar. When we use grammar, if you have already understood about grammar, then please practice that correct grammar in your speaking. But may you have mistakes or errors in your speaking. Mistakes and errors. Who wants to have that? Nobody wants, okay? Nobody wants to have mistakes in their performance. Everybody wants to be perfect, I guess, for their score, for their study, for their performance, for their speech act, for their speaking assignment. And I also hope my students in my class will have a perfect score. If you do not have perfect score, could be good scores, right? To have a good score, of course, you have to understand my assessment. So you will be categorized as a good speaker if you are speaking with good grammar, okay? Correct grammar. For example, you do not say again in your assignment, you do not say again in your speaking, like, I goes to school, I goes to school, I goes to school every day. So the as and non-es, you should notice those as, okay? Mana yang harus dikasih s, mana yang nggak dikasih s, itu you should already notice that. You should understand those rules, okay? Those grammars. Or what are examples? Actually, there are a lot of examples for grammar use, right? And what else? The examples. As tenses, okay? Tenses. First, you have to do it correctly. If you want to talk about the time present, the time present, it means that you have to use the present tense. And if you want to use, if you want to talk about future events or future activities or future predictions, future plans, and they are not yet happen now, it means that you have to use future tense, and you should understand that, okay? Why I always say should and you should learn. For example, you should understand, you should learn. I use a lot of should here. Mungkin kalau belajar di luar, if you are not English student, if you are not a candidate of students, you are not pre-service student, that's gonna be okay because you just learn English for yourself, but not you, okay, my students, because you are candidate of teachers, okay? You are pre-service teacher. You will be teachers after school, like after you study. After you study, you will be teachers. If your English is problematic, if your English do not have a good standard, or at least enough English, you will teach the wrong knowledge, the wrong examples to your students later on. So that's why I repeat again and again in my class, only in this class. Please have a good English, okay? If you cannot have excellent standard or very good standard, have it good, okay? If you can achieve good, then at least you should have enough. So we have standard for that, because you are not people in general, but you are English teacher, okay? You'll be English teacher, so you should understand and you should practice, okay, your English based on this 5, because at schools you will also use, I guess, these 5 points. That's number 1, grammar. And vocabularies too, the words, okay, the way you choose your vocabularies, which one is suitable or not with your audience, which one should you apply, and which one is not, which one is suitable, which one is not. So you've got to be smart for that. That's vocabularies. Pernah memang ditanya harus pokoknya itu harus yang hebat-hebat, nggak, atau jarang didengar? Nggak juga ya, maksudnya a good speaker itu biasanya dia ngomongnya tuh dipahami oleh si audience. Jadi percuma aja kalau audience-nya nggak mengerti, you pakai terminology atau you pakai words atau vocabularies itu yang high vocabularies, yang memang rarely used, yang jarang digunakan, ya berarti you are not a good speaker because you make your audience confused, okay? Jadi sometimes simple words is better. Okay, simple word could work better. So it depends on your audience actually. Audience, whether your audience suit your choices of words or not. Okay, that's number 2, vocabularies. Number 3 is comprehension. Yeah, actually, comprehension, I did this actually. I mean, I did explain this before too while I mentioned or when I explained about vocabularies. So comprehension, you should understand, okay? Comprehension is understanding. You understand the ideas you are trying to deliver to your audience. And if you read, okay, if you read, saya sengaja ditekankan, if you read in your assignments, it means that you don't understand your speaking, you don't understand your points, okay? If you understand, you comprehend the ideas that you want to share, that you want to share to me, that you want to share to the audience. Of course, you will not read, start from the very beginning until the end. Even the speaking is online, you may have the notes in your smartphone, tapi note-nya itu nggak kebaca, nggak kelihatan di rekaman, itu kan bisa ya, gampang ya sebenarnya membuatnya. Jadi ada tulisan di komputer kita, terus ditaruh webcam di depannya, terus sebenarnya kita baca, tapi kita nggak ngomong, kita hanya baca, tapi kelihatan seperti berbicara. Nah, itu berarti orangnya atau speakernya itu doesn't understand ya. Doesn't understand. Jadi comprehensionnya itu dia mungkin nggak comprehend, nggak terlalu understand tentang ide yang mau dia sampaikan, makanya dia memanipulate. So manipulate or manipulation is not good, okay? Termasuk di kelas kita. Jadi karena this class is for practicing, okay? This class is for practicing your speaking. So just do as what you can do with that speaking and improve your speaking in every assignment. The next is fluency. Fluency ini adalah kelancaran. Here, fluency doesn't mean that you have to speak in a fast way, okay? Jadi nggak harus cepat ngomongnya. Fluency doesn't mean fast. Yeah, fluency doesn't mean fast. Fluency means that if you understand the ideas when you deliver something, you will have a little bit filler. You know filler? Jadi bengong atau terus ngomongnya. I think filler itu boleh ya. It doesn't matter to have filler. Tapi kalau ada rentangnya, fillernya itu kebanyakan nggak daripada dia ngomongnya. Kalau fillersnya kebanyakan berarti dia nggak lancar ngomongnya kan. Jadi fluency itu tidak harus maknanya cepat, ngomongnya cepat-cepat kayak gitu ya. Nggak harus. Jadi fluency itu you know when to stop, kalian tahu when to stop, when to pause, okay, when to have high intonation, when to have low intonation, and then you make a smooth rhythms, okay. Jadi ritmanya itu enak gitu ya. The smooth rhythms, and then it should not be fast, okay? It should not be fast. Mungkin kalau American way, the way you speak in American accents, it looks like you speak in a fast way. Jadi terlihat seperti you speak so fast, but actually not. Ya, kalau orang American itu dia biasanya suka apa ya? Combine the words, okay? So just like I mean is not. Ini ada komen dari Raihan. No, what I mean is not. Nah, kalau kita biasanya kan bacanya gini. No, what I mean is not the deadline, kan? Tapi biasanya kalau orang ini suka push the words together, gitu kan? Jadi push the words together, and you have to understand that. Jadi kalau dia baca what I mean is not, dia bisa digabungnya itu. Jadi kalau ada konsonan ketemu dengan vokal di depannya itu digabungnya. Jadi mean dan is itu digabung jadinya means. What I mean is, gitu. Jadi terkesan cepat, tapi sebetulnya dia hanya menggabung saja ya. What I mean is not, gitu. Jadi what I mean is not. Sebenarnya kan, kalau Indonesia kan diputus-putusnya. Biasanya apalagi yang baru-baru belajar kayak kita, saya juga ya. No, what I mean. No, what I mean is not, gitu. Tapi kalau mau terkesan like native, biasanya native itu kan digabung-gabungnya. No, what I mean is not. What I mean is not. Jadi setiap ada vokal, ada konsonan di belakang huruf terakhirnya itu terus ketemu sama huruf vokal di depannya. Biasanya dia tuh digabung ya. Digabung. Jadi itu saya dulu diajarin pertama kali sama guru saya itu cara-cara menggabungkan itu waktu SMP apa SMA ya, di Texas. Waktu saya di Texas itu guru saya di Texas ngajarin cara menggabung-gabungnya. Oh ternyata bukan cepat betul ngomongnya bla 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 gitu, tapi memang dia karena digabung-gabung tadi jadi lebih cepat, lebih hemat waktu. Oke, itu untuk fluency. Dan yang terakhir ini ada pronunciation. Nah, pronunciation ini kalau kita belajar di linguistics, psycholinguistics, bukan psycho ya, apa ya? Second language acquisition, I guess. Psycholinguistics. Jadi pronunciation itu kan ada namanya world Englishes. Jadi setiap daerah, setiap negara itu punya ciri khas masing-masing, the way they pronouncing these words. But sometimes I think I do not recommend ngomong bahasa Inggrisnya terlalu medok, bahasa Inggrisnya terlalu Minang gitu. Karena kita guru ya, kalau saya prefernya sih American atau British itu saja. Ya, tapi tidak salah sebetulnya kalau kita punya logat sendiri, karena kita juga bukan orang asli sana kan. But it would be better, I think. So that's my opinion. If you can sound like native, this sounds good, right? This sounds good, I think. If I'm not sounds like a native, I'm trying to sound like a native. Okay, I'm still learning to sound like a native. Okay, that's for pronunciation. What? Oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 more slides. Okay, I'm a little bit tired to talk. If you have questions, you may comment on live chat. Okay, I'll read your chat and then I'll try to answer that. Okay. Speaking elements contributing to fluency. Jadi elements in speaking itu yang contributing to fluency itu, ini pendapat ahli sebetulnya ada 2 katanya ya. Ada language features dan yang kedua itu ada mental atau social processing. Mental or social processing. Kita coba satu-satu ya. Mungkin ini ya harus dipahami, mungkin bisa membantu juga untuk perbaikan kita dalam berbicara, bukan hanya mahasiswa MEM, tapi MEM juga ya. That speaking without communicating is a tale told by an idiot. Ini pendapat dari Stefik tahun 1967. Jadi kalau kita ngomong tanpa berkomunikasi itu kayak kayak orang idiot lagi cerita gitu. Nah, makanya biar kita nggak kelihatan idiot seperti kata si Stefik, berarti kita speakingnya harus berusaha communicating. Jadi communicating. So speaking with communication. Jadi we are speaking means we are communicating something. Speaking is different with communicating. Jadi kalau speaking ngomong yang monoton itu juga speaking ya. Tapi kalau communicating itu kita ada human values di dalamnya. Human values ini ada feelings di dalamnya, ada sense di dalamnya, ya ada expression like human. Okay, like human. When we communicate with others, if you agree with someone, for example, if you agree with someone speaking, you will nod, right? Oh yes, and then you try to agree. Even you do not say a word, even without any word, you can agree with someone's idea, someone speaking, by having your mimics, okay, by having your facial expression, by nodding, okay, 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 like that. That's also kind of communication, ya. Itu juga dari itu namanya komunikasi. Jadi kalau speaking yang maksud si Tevich yang communicating itu yang begitu, yang ada feelings di dalamnya, ada expression di dalamnya. Jadi tidak hanya monotone speaking, tapi kita pakai body language, pakai eye contact, kita pakai ya semua di tubuh. Biasanya kalau bule-bule ngomong kan ini ekspresif ya, ngomongnya ekspresif. Tergantung dia di mana ngomong dan konteks pembicaranya di mana. But mostly, good speakers will use their hand gestures, okay? Hand gestures, nodding, the head movement, body movement. Those are very important. If you want to look like communicating something to people. Okay, here, these are the shares from, opinions from Self-Immersion and Michael Taus and also Brown. So they all agree that here, okay, good speaking itu yang ada ininya. Yeah, number one, performance factors and grammatical competence. So you have to have confidence in grammar. Karena kalau ada orang bilang ngomong, grammar itu gak penting ya, penting ngomong aja gitu ya. Kalau bule wajar kalau ngomong gitu ya, nggak mikirin grammar, sama kayak kita ngomong bahasa Indonesia. When we use Indonesian, we do not think about simple present, we do not think about SES, we do not think about singular, plural, we just speak, right? Because we are accustomed to use that language. But it is different if you learn English as a second language or you learn English as a foreign language. Namanya saja sudah foreign, berarti kita udah konteksnya nggak daily use untuk using English ini. Makanya kita harus menggunakan grammar. Jadi kita makanya belajar grammar dulu. Beda kalau kayak kita bahasa pertamanya itu bahasa Inggris, sama kayak belajar bahasa Indonesia sebagai bahasa Inggris. When you learn bahasa Indonesia, when you were kids, waktu kalian kecil, kan nggak diajarin sama ibunya. Oh Zeli, oh Raihan, ya. Jadi kalau mau ngomong makan itu yang betulnya saya makan. Jadi saya sedang makan, saya sudah makan, itu namanya past tense, itu namanya ini, enggak ya. Nah, gitu juga sama bule-bule. Jadi when people say that grammar is not important, I'm gonna say no. Grammar is important. Without having grammar, you will have your speaking or you will have your communication in the level like uneducated people. Jadi seperti nggak ada pembelajaran di dalamnya. Karena orang Indonesia juga ngomongnya sebetulnya pakai rules, pakai grammar, tapi kita tanpa sadar itu terbentuk sendiri. Jadi kayak belajar di psycholinguistics itu memang sudah ada terbentuk di otak, ini namanya structure bahasa itu bisa terbentuk dengan kebiasaan. Jadi dia membentuk sendiri, oh ini grammarnya, ini grammarnya, ini grammarnya. Ya. Jadi good speakers itu dia punya kompetensi dalam grammatical competence. And the second one is cultural differences. This is also important to note, yeah. When you become an English teacher di pesantren contohnya, di boarding schools. Jadi karena belajar culture dari American, terus you speakingnya bagus nih, tapi kalian nggak lihat konteks. Jadi nggak pakai assalamualaikum, tidak pakai mukadimah misalnya gitu kan, terus ngomong di pesantren. Ceramah di pesantren itu mungkin nilai value-nya di mata audiensnya lebih maksudnya tidak begitu baik ya, maksudnya bisa saja rendah nilainya. Kenapa? Masa ngomong di pesantren nggak pakai assalamualaikum untuk orang muslim, kita orang muslim tapi nggak pakai. Dan there is no excuse when you excuse, for example, you say I learned with Americans to have a simple introduction. Jadi simple introduction, you just need to greet people. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to speak about, I want to deliver a speech entitled, misalnya kayak gitu kan. langsung to the point. Sometimes yang budaya yang to the point itu tidak perlu dipakai. So you have to be smart speaker. Jadi look at your audience. You should know your audience are. Okay, who your audience are. Jadi harus mengerti siapa audiensnya. Jadi kadang mukadimah yang panjang itu juga itu malah yang terbaik dalam speaking bahasa Inggris. Jadi tergantung konteks kepada siapa kita berbicara, ya. Atau nanti pas saat ujian skripsi, yuk langsung saja ada penguji 1, penguji 2, penguji 3, semua ada 1 until 4. Ada juga Pak Dekan lagi uji gitu, maksudnya yang menguji tim pengujinya. And then you do not grade them, ya, maksudnya you didn't even say a word to them. Just go directly to the points. Jadi itu kesannya nanti malah jatuhnya ke tidak sopan, ya. Jadi you should understand. Jadi budaya itu disesuaikan di mana kita berbicara. Speaking akademiknya ini di mana konteksnya. Itu juga harus disesuaikan. Nah, yang terakhir ini adalah social linguistic features which determine the context for speaking, yang bisa linguistik dan social cultural. Sama saya belajar I guess SLA, yeah. Okay, we'll just continue to the last here. This is my last slide, alhamdulillah, okay. This last slide is about false starts, pauses, meaningless fillers, faulty choice of vocabulary, systemic grammatical forms. These are actually points I had mentioned before in macro skill and micro skills from Brown. But I think you still need to know this, okay? You still need to remember these points. Jadi false starts ini maksudnya cara memulainya, cara mulai introduction speaking kita itu nggak cocok, nggak tepat, itu maksudnya false starts, okay? False starts ini permulaan yang tidak tepat, yang tidak sesuai. Contohnya gimana? Yang kayak tadi ya, yang sudah Mem sebutkan sebelumnya. Terus pauses, boleh nggak kita pakai pauses? Boleh ya. Saya nih, sekarang ini Mem lagi pauses nih, jadi berhenti sejenak, ambil napas, karena udah capek dari tadi ngomong ya, membicarakan teori dari speaking, terus Mem stop, oke? Okay? Atau we stop for letting others comment, for example. Jadi kita berhenti sejenak biar ada komen dari orang, itu juga nggak masalah. Atau kita berhenti sejenak untuk membuat emphasis, ya. Emphasis itu penekanan saat berbicara. Terus misalnya kita mau menekankan sesuatu atau bertanya sesuatu kepada orang, terus kita stop, kita diam dulu sebentar. So what do you think? Misalnya kita bilang, what do you think audience? What is your answer? Dan kita stop ngomong, terus kita diam, kita bicara, kita tunggu. Okay? We wait for others to respond our questions. And when to stop, when to pause. The one who knows that is only you, because you are the speaker, you understand, you comprehend the ideas or the things that you want to share with others. So you know when to stop, okay? Meaningless fillers ini yang berhenti. Okay, I think seperti itu ya. Jadi itu namanya fillers. Mem sudah mention juga di awal. Jadi fillers itu bagusnya yang ya boleh ada fillers, tapi jangan ketat, maksudnya jangan terlalu banyak. Sometimes kita itu juga butuh diam gitu kan, diam, and then we think about something and then we say oh yeah, I guess yes, that's right, misalnya gitu kan. Jadi itu namanya fillers. Sometimes it is needed, sometimes fillers makes your speaking good, sometimes it ruins the vocabulary speaking, so be careful with that. Jadi hati-hati dengan fillers. Jangan kebanyakan ya, kebanyakan filler juga nggak bagus. Faulty choices of vocabulary ini juga sudah menjelaskan tadi. Well, that's all the points I have for today. So for all of my students, Raihan, Suci, Yuli, siapa lagi di sini nih? Ya, if you have questions, please. Jika ada yang mau ditanyakan, silahkan. Dan untuk ini ya, untuk assignmentnya masih tetap yang itu ya, reporting tables. Jadi Mem akan tambahkan waktunya sedikit lagi. Jadi tolong dipilih yang tablesnya itu tetap masing-masing jadinya ya. Kita nggak tukar, kita nggak change. So we do not change the charts. I mean, your chart will be your chart, and your friend's charts will be your friends. Okay, will be your friends. So yours is yours, and then your friends will be your friends. I will not change. Okay, if I said in the previous meeting, I will change that after rethink about that and consider some points. I think we don't have to change. Okay, because if we change, maybe you do not know the context of the tables, you do not know the context of the graph. So the one who knows that context better is you, because you are the one who found and who searched for that information or that data. Well, I think that's all, my students. If you have comments, please, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your comments. I guess no one. Silakan tulis saja di live chat if you have something to say. Please do it. And like, comment, or live chat. No? You don't have questions, or you want to say something, please? Man, can we change the chart? Why do you want to change the chart? I mean, you want to change yours? Atau change ini maksudnya, you want to change with your friends, atau you change the chart yourself? If you change the chart yourself, that's okay, okay? It's okay to change the chart yourself. So you have your own, I mean, the first chart you have that you submitted on Google Classroom, and then you change the chart with a new one, that's okay. But if you want to change your very first chart with your friends, that's not okay, Yuli. Myself, ma'am. Okay, this is gonna be good. That's okay, Yuli. You may have it changed. But if you change your charts, make sure that you also submit a new one in our Google Classroom, okay? Do submission, do submission again for a new chart or a new table. And the chart that you are going to read or present, jadi sebelum chart itu penambahannya mungkin tables ya, jadi ada a tables. Please provide a table. Sediakan table, tabel ya. Sediakan table, baru dibikin chartnya ya. Jadi ada table, rows of data-nya, ada data-datanya, informasinya, lalu baru ada chart, ada chartnya di sana. Okay, that's my answer, Yuli. Yang lain masih ada? No? 28 students waiting, watching. Jadi sudah semakin berkurang ya. Nggak ada? I guess there is no more students wants to comment. No more students to comment. Well, I think I'll give a rest my speech and also my presentation. Thank you so much for all of you who have joined the meeting. I hope my explanation will be useful for your improvement, I mean your speaking improvement in our next assignment, okay, or the assignment we're doing right now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, see you. Okay, I'll stream.